When you name a shoe fast, then it has to be fast. Here's a full review of the Qiaodan Fast 4. Now, Qiaodan Fast 4 has a very traditional speed trainer or daily trainer setup. It has lightweight upper materials and a stack height that is a bit low for today's standards. But as a shoe reviewer, I always try to find the best use case scenario for every shoe that I wear, even if it's not everyone's cup of tea. Let's do a quick run through of the specifications. It has a 22.5mm of stack height on the forefoot and 28.5 on the heel, which gives you a 6mm drop. The uppers gives a very race day shoe vibe with the use of a single layer mesh material. However, the tongue and the ankle area are still padded and it still has a heel counter. And yes, the tongue is still cosseted. Now let's move on to the traction. It sounds redundant, but the CPU outsole on Chinese running shoe brands are very reliable. I did not have any problem running on fast paces, swerving in those corners, edges and U-turns, and of course the curves on the track. I've also used this for plyometric workouts and I didn't have to worry about slipping on difficult jumping exercises. However, I haven't tested this yet on wet surfaces, mainly because it's currently summer season here in the Philippines and Mr. Rain is nowhere to be found. But I will be updating the description and the comment section once I do get to test them out. Now let's go to the fit. As mentioned to the materials earlier, the upper gives you a very race day vibe, so it has a performance fit or basically a snug one-to-one fit. I do have a normal size fit and this shoe really fits me well like a race day shoe does. Again, it's a snug one-to-one fit. If you have a normal fit, just go true to size. Just make sure that you refer to DCM or DCN on their size guide. Now let's go to the cushion and the ride. As I've said earlier, this is not everyone's cup of tea, especially if you're so used to running with max cushion running shoes. And I do understand where they are coming from, but this shoe is still does its job. And really it caters to all types of striking, but there is a catch. If you're a midfoot or a forefoot striker, this shoe might not be the best shoe for daily runs and probably just use it for interval sessions. And it can be anywhere from 200 meters to 1,200 meter repeat. I wouldn't really recommend it for slower runs and longer runs because the cushion might feel too firm for those type of workout. The plate only exists at the midfoot and the forefoot area. Heel strikers can actually use this for daily runs. The combination of the lower stack on the forefoot and the plate actually makes the shoe too firm for slower types of run, but it gives you that responsiveness that you need for faster workouts. And that's why I've said earlier that this is not everyone's cup of tea. Now let's move on to the stability. And this is where the plate comes in handy. Take for example the clip or my review of the Qiaodan TG 1.0. The plate in this shoe gives you substantial amount of torsional support and at the same time it is not as stiff as a carbon plate. This gives you a good balance of stability and some pop. The exposed wings on both the lateral and the medial side of the shoe really does its job very well. It doesn't wobble during fast-paced workouts and even on plyometric exercises. Now, who is this shoe for? The Qiaodan Fast 4.0 is for runners that are currently training for their 5K to 10K personal best, because this shoe caters their needs for their fast-paced workouts as long as they enjoy running on a lower stack running shoe. But there are still some considerations. Number one is if you're on a budget. This shoe costs around 2,300 to 3,000 pesos. So it's a cheap addition to your running shoe rotation. Number two is if you don't want to run with a carbon plate during your training, or you just want to reserve your race day shoe for race day specific sessions. And number three is if you just really like a dense and lower stack running shoe. Now, if you check all those boxes, then this might be a great fit for you. So what are the room for improvement? Number one is the design, and the other colorways are not really my cup of tea except for the clean ones. Second is the stack height. I do think that this shoe could cater to more types of runners if it had a slightly softer cushion. But I guess that is what the Qiaodan Wind 4 is made for. I'm thinking about getting a pair of those, so it would really help if you'd subscribe, like, share, and comment to help support the channel. Overall, this is a great shoe for advanced runners looking for a lower stack running shoe for their fast-paced workouts. Beginners and intermediate runners can use this shoe as well, as long as they are a heel striker, or if you just really like a firm, responsive, and low to the ground cushion setup. The stability is great, the traction is great, the containment is great, but it does require some athleticism from the runner for it to be fully utilized.